Good day, everyone, and welcome to my presentation for today. I am Princess Cindy Claire M. Mergia from 3SM BS Ed Mathematics. And today I will be presenting a topic in mathematics of investment entitled General Annuities and Perpetuity. Let's start with Ordinary General Annuity. General annuity is a series of equal periodic payment with the compounding period differing from the payment interval. But what is an annuity? An annuity is simply a series of equal payments made regularly, like weekly allowance or a monthly budget. While the general annuity means that the payment schedule and the bank's interest schedule do not match up perfectly. Now let us see what that means. Before solving any problem, let's learn the symbols that we will use for this topic. So R is the size of the periodic payment, or this is how much money each time. While the N is the number of payments, or how many times do you pay. I is the interest rate conversion period, or the interest rate per conversion period. This is how much the bank grows your money each time it compounds. Since the payment interval and conversion period differ in length, we introduce that C is equals to the number of conversions per payment interval. So we have here the formula of how to get the number of conversion per payment interval. So we have number of conversions per year divided by number of payments per year. So what is all about that C, or what is number of conversion per payment interval? So this means that it how many times the times that the bank compounds interest during one payment period. Now let's proceed to F, or the effective interest rate per payment interval. Remember this formula, F is equals to 1 plus I raised to the power of C minus 1. So this means that the F there, or the effective interest rate per payment interval, that this converts the bank's interest rate into one interest rate that matches the payment schedule. Here is the definition of ordinary general annuity. Payment occurs at the end of each payment interval, and the payment interval differs from the compounding period. Always remember that the ordinary general annuity is the payment is at the end of each payment interval. Not at the beginning, not at the middle, but at the end of the payment interval. So here's our formula for the ordinary annuity. So S sub NC is the future value of an ordinary annuity. So we can call that as the future value of an ordinary annuity. While the A sub NC is equals to the present value of an ordinary general annuity. So we can call that as the present value of an ordinary general annuity. So the formula of the future value of an ordinary annuity is equals to R times 1 plus F raised to the power of N minus 1 over F. While the formula of present value of an ordinary general annuity is equals to R times 1 minus 1 plus F raised to the power of negative N divided by F. Now here is our first example. A depositor puts 5,000 pesos every quarter for 6 years in an account earning 8% compounded monthly. How much will it accumulate to? So first, we will identify what is given. The given there is the 5,000 pesos, or this is the monthly payment, or this is the amount of the depositor pays every quarter. While the J is the nominal rate, or it is equals to the 8%, because it says that the 6% in account earning 8% compounded monthly, but it is not the fixed interest yet. It is just the nominal interest. We will get the ano pa, the interest rate yun, per quarter. So next is T, or the time, is equals to 6 years. So now let's get the interest per quarter. So we have J divided by M. The M is the conversion per year. It says that the 8% is compounded monthly. So if you convert that, it says that monthly, this means that the interest is compounded each month. So how many months in a year? So we have 12. That's why it is 12 months, because it says that it is compounded monthly. So we have 12. So 8% divided by 12 is equal to, or congruent to, 0, or approximate to 0.0067. And now we will get the N. Our N there is 6 times 4. Where did we get that 6? It is 40 years. It says that it is 6 years. It is, I mean, the depositor puts 5,000 every quarter for 6 years. Then, why did we multiply it by 4? Because it says that it puts 5,000 pesos every quarter. So, quarter means, if we convert that, it is 4, because you pay every fourth month from your last payment. So if we let an example that if you pay in January, then the next payment there is from January. It starts from February, March, April. Then you pay on May. Then the next, and the next, and the next. So we have 6 times 4 is equals to 24. So 24 total number of months in 6 years. But what did you observe on the question? So that we have a guide on what formula should be used if we will use the future value or the present value. As you can see, it states that how much will it accumulate. So you are expecting how much will money in the future. So since it is looking for the future money, so we will use the formula for the future value of an ordinary annuity. So we have here the R times 1 plus F raised to the power of N minus 1 divided by F. But before we proceed to that, we will find first the F. So if we go back, before you get the F, you need to get first the C. So our next step is finding the value of C, or the number of conversion per payment interval. Now let's proceed to our second step, find the number of conversion per payment interval. So we have C is equals to the number of conversion per year divided by the number of payments per year. So we have 12 months, because the number of conversion per year, ano man, it says here that it is compounded monthly. Then it is 12. Then it says that it deposits, or it puts 5,000 every quarter. So it is 4 quarters. So 12 divided by 4 is equals to 3. So the value of C there is 3. Now we will find the effective rate per payment interval, because nakuha na nato si C. So we have F is equals to 1 plus I raised to the power of c minus 1. So we will substitute the value earlier where the value of interest is 0.0067 and our c there is 3. So we will plug that in. So 1 plus 0.0067 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. So if you use calculator, you can calculate that. Then we will get 0.020132. Now that we have the value for f, we can now use the formula of the future value of an ordinary general annuity. We have R times 1 plus F raised to the power of n minus 1 divided by F. Our R again is equals to 5,000 pesos. Then we have we will multiply that to 1 plus 0.020132 raised to the power of 24 minus 1 over 0.20132. Then we will use calculator. Then we get the value of 152,400. So, after 6 years of depositing 5,000 every quarter, the money grows to about 152,400. Now, let's flip this question around. Here, we are solving or finding the value of the future value of an ordinary annuity. So, what if we are finding the value of present or the worth of that? So find the present value of 10,000 pesos paid every 6 months for 5 years. If money is worth 10% compounded monthly. So how much in this whole stream of payments worth today in one lump sum? So again, the first step is to identify what is given. We are given there 10,000 pesos as the R. J is for the 10%. T is for 5 years. And I, again, is 10% divided by 12. It is because it is compounded monthly. So it is 12. 10% divided by 12 is approximate to 0.08333. Then N is 5 years times 2 because it says that it paid every 6 months. So in 1 year, how many how much I mean kapila man ta magbayad in a year. So every 6 months man, so we pay 2 times each year. So 5 times 2 is equals to 10. So a total of 10 payments. Now, we will find the number of conversion per payment interval. Again, number of conversion per payment interval is equal to number of conversion per year divided by number of payments per year. So, ang number of conversion per year, as we, ana siya din na is compounded monthly, so 12 months. Then, ana po siya number of payments per year, kung kapila siya nagbayad, so we have 2 payments per year. So, 12 divided by 2, a total of 6. Now, we will find the effective rate per payment interval. So, we have f is equals to 1 plus I raised to the power of c minus 1. We will plug again the values of interest and the C or the number of conversion per payment interval. We have 1 plus 0.008333 raised to the power of 6 minus 1. We will add the values inside the parentheses. We have 1.008333 raised to the power of 6 minus 1. And we will use calculator. Then we get F is equals to 0.05105. Now that we are expecting to find the present value, so we will use the formula of the present value. So present value of general annuity is equals to R times 1 minus 1 plus f raised to the power of negative n over f. Our R is our R is 10,000 pesos. Then, we will multiply it to 1 minus 1 plus again the value of f, which is 0.05105 raised to the power of negative 10. Why it is negative 10? Because it is given in formula that it is negative n. Then the value of our n is 10. That's why it is negative 10. Negative 10 divided by 0.05105. Then we will use calculator. Then we get 76,830 pesos. So, a single lump sum of about 76,830 pesos is equal in valuing to receive 10,000 pesos 10,000 pesos every 6 months for 5 years. Now, let's proceed to our example 3. A 300,000 pesos debt is to be amortized by equal quarterly payments over 5 years at 12% compounded monthly. Find the quarterly payment. So as you can see, it is an amortization, but we will discuss that on the next chapter. No, but we will focus now on finding the quarterly payments. Again, the first step is to identify the given. So we have A and sub C, A sub and C is equals to, or the present value, because uh it is because the 300,000 pesos is the debt. So it is the present. So mao na siya ang naa karon nga kuan nga nag-utang daw siya og 300,000 pesos. So iyang gi-amortize, like iha lang nga bayaran niya kung pila ka period niya na bayaran. So at mo na atong pangitaon kung pila iyang ginabayaran quarterly. Ana man siya define the quarterly payment. So pila ang iyang bayronon every quarter. So we will use this as the present value. Hindi ta mag-R, dili tayo mag-use ng R because that is what we're going to find. Yeah. So, it is the A and C is equals to 300 pesos. 300,000 pesos. Our J is 12% or the nominal rate. T is equals to 5 years or the time. I is the interest is equals to 12% divided by 12 because it states that it is compounded monthly. So it is approximate to 0.01. And our n is equals to 5 times 4 is equals to 20 because why it is 4? Because it states that it is to be amortized by equal quarterly. So it is 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. Total of 20 payments. Now let's proceed to find the number of conversion per payment interval. Again, it states that it is compounded monthly, so it is 12 months. Then it's also state that it is amortized by equal quarterly payments, so it is 4 payments per year. So 12 divided by 4 is equals to 3. Now let's find the effective rate per payment interval. So we have f is equals to 1 plus I raised to the power of c minus 1. Again, this is the formula. Always remember that because it is very useful. So the value of I or the interest is 0.01 and our c is 3. Then you will substitute that and we will get 1 plus 0.01 plus 1 plus 0.01 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. Then we will add the values inside the parentheses. We have 1.01, we raise to the power of 3 minus 1. So use the calculator and we get 0.030301. Now, we can proceed to finding the quarterly payment using this formula. So we have R is equals to A sub NC times or multiplied by F divided by 1 over, I mean 1 minus 1 plus F minus, 1 plus F raised to the power of negative N. Then we will substitute all our values. So we have 300,000 pesos times 0.030301 divided by 1 minus 1 plus 0.030301 raised to the power of negative 20. We have 300 pesos times 0.030301 divided by 0.4496. A total of 20,217 per quarter. So, mo na ihang ginabayaran each quarter. So, to fully pay that debt, para mabayaran to niya nga utang, katuyang utang na 300,000 in just 5 years, the payment needs to be 20,217 per quarter. Okay? Did you get it? Okay, now let's proceed to second type, which is the general annuity due. So what is general annuity due? General annuity due is the payment, of course, at the beginning of each payment interval. So as you can see, the general annuity due is at the beginning, while the the ordinary general annuity is at the end. So that is the difference between the two. Always remember that, okay? So now, our formula is future value of a general annuity is equals to R times 1 plus F raised to the power of N plus 1 minus 1 over F minus 1. While the present value of a general annuity due is equals to R times 1 minus 1 plus F raised to the power of 1 minus N over F minus 1. Now let's proceed to our next example. We have 3,000 pesos is deposited at the start of every quarter for 3 years, earning 8% compounded monthly. Find the accumulated amount. So here, notice that the key phrase is at the start of every quarter. So that tells us that this is an annuity due. So the first step again is to identify what is given for you to easy to navigate what will be the formula you will going to use or what is the possible way of solving it. So we have the given R or the monthly payment. We have the it 3,000 pesos while our nominal rate is 8% compounded monthly man siya. So our interest is 0.0067. So our time there is 3 years. Then we have, it says that it deposits at every quarter. So we have 3 times 4 is equals to 12. So we have 12, a total of 12 payments. Sorry. Again, the next step is finding the number of conversion per payment interval since C is not given. So the number of conversion per year divided by number of payments per year. So we have 12 months divided by 4 payments per year, a total of 3. So our C or the number of conversion per payment interval is 3. Now we will find the effective rate per payment interval. So we have 1 plus I raised to the power of C minus 1. Again, plug in the values. So we have 1 plus 0.067 times, I mean raised to the power of 3 minus 1. So we have 1.0067 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. You will use your calculator. Then we will get the answer of F, which is the effective rate per interval, per payment interval is 0.02013. Now, since it states that uh, it is, it starts at every quarter, so it tells us it is an annuity due. Then also it finds how much the money in the future, because it asks find the accumulated amount. So you are expecting how much will be the money in the future. That's why we are using the future value of the general annuity due. So we have R times 1 plus F is to the power of n plus 1 minus 1 over F minus 1. We will plug in or substitute the values of each. So we have the R is equals to 3,000 pesos and our F is 0.020132 and our N is 12 plus 1 is equals to 13. So now we have 3,000 pesos. Then we will add the values inside the parentheses. We have 1 plus 0.020132. We have 1.020132 raised to the power of n plus 1, which is 12 plus 1 is equals to 13. Minus 1 over 0.020132 minus 1. So we will use calculator. Then we get the value of the future. The accumulated amount is 41,088 pesos. So depositing 3,000 pesos at the start of every quarter for 3 years, it grows to about 41,088 pesos. Now let's proceed to the example number 2. Find the present value of 8,000 pesos paid at the beginning of every 6 months for 8 years at 10% compounded monthly. So you are asked here to find the present value. So it is obvious that the formula is the present value of a general annuity due. Again, but the first step is to identify what is given. Our R there is 8,000 pesos. Our nominal rate is 10%. Our time is 8 years. And our interest is 10% divided by 12 because it states that the 10% is compounded monthly. So, how many months in a year? We have 12 months. So, 10% divided by 12 is approximate to 0.008333. So our N there is 8 times 2 because it is 8 years and it states that paid at the beginning of every 6 months. So how many 6 months in a 1 year? We have 2. So a total of 2 payments per year. So 8 times 2 is equals to 16. So we have a total of 16 payments in 8 years. Next is to find the number of conversion per payment interval. We have C is equal to, again, the number of conversion per year and over divided by number of payments per year. So we have 12 months divided by 2. So we have 6 number of conversion per payment interval. So to find F, again, we will use the formula and we will plug in or substitute the value. So we have 1 plus 0.08333 raised to the power of 6, the value of C, minus 1. So use the calculator, you get the effective rate per payment interval is equal to 0.05105. Then it is obvious that you are being asked to find the present value. So your formula is the present value. So the present value of a general annuity due is equals to R times 1 minus 1 plus F raised to the power of 1 minus N divided by F plus 1. So we have 8,000 pesos times 1 minus 1 plus 0.05105 raised to the power of 1 minus 6 divided by 0.05105 plus 1. When you will use calculator, then we get the present value of a general annuity, or the present value, is equal to 90,472. So this couple needs to deposit about, I, wrong, wait, I'm wrong. So these 16 payments, if we go back here, we have a total of 16 payments. So these 16 payments of 8,000 pesos made earlier each time are worth about 90,472 today. Now let's proceed to our example number 3. A couple wants 1 million pesos in 10 years by depositing equal amounts at the start of every quarter at 10% compounded monthly. So find the quarterly deposits. I mean deposit. So the couple is wants to deposit, wants a 1 million in 10 years. So ang ilahang ginapangita karon kung pila man ang ilahang ibayad ana per quarter. So again, the first step is to identify what is given, since we have here our future value, or what they are expecting to have, or what they are what how much money do they expect in the future. So that is the 1 million, right? So our JDR, or our nominal value is 8%, our time is 10 years, and our interest is 8% compounded monthly. So 8% divided by 12 is approximate to 0.0067. Then our N is, or the number of payments is, we have 10, because it states that it is 10 years, and depositing by equal amounts of at the start of every quarter. So it states quarter, so 10 times 4 is equals to 40. Again, we will find the number of conversion, since it is 12, it is compounded monthly. We have 12 months divided by, it is start at every quarter, then divided by 4 payments per year. So 12 months divided by 4 is equals to 3. Then substitute the value to the formula of F, or the effective rate per interval. We get 1 plus 0.0067 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. So we have 1.0.067 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. Then we will use calculator to find the value, or to get the value of F. So we have 0.020132. Since we are expecting to find the quarterly payment, so we will use this formula. So R is equals to the future value of general annuity due times F over 1 plus F times raised to the power of n plus 1 minus 1 plus F. So we will substitute each value. So we have 1 million pesos times 0.020132 divided by 1 plus 0.20132 raised to the power of 40 plus 1. So we have 41 minus 1 plus 0.20132. So we will use calculator to make it simple. So we get 16,182.63 per quarter. So this couple needs to deposit about 16,182 pesos, 82 pesos and 63 centavos every quarter, starting today, to reach their goal at 1 million in 10 years. So even if you are not a couple, or if you're expecting to save 1 million starting today, then you will deposit this 16,182 pesos and 63 centavos per quarter, or each quarter. So now we will proceed to our next topic about the perpetuity. Perpetuity, we have first the ordinary simple annuity. But what is perpetuity? Perpetuity is a type of annuity whose payments continue forever. An individual might, for example, donate a substantial amount of money to an educational institution to establish scholarship funds, that is to pay out the fixed amount of scholarship award each year forever. So the donated funds would be invested by the institution and the perpetuity payments with the investment earnings. So this called perpetuity because it and this annuity that never stop. Muna siya ang annuity nga. Kalay ka ng forever bitaw nga kanang nagaano like ni I mean you are funding forever like wala siya kanang period kung asa lang kataman like 10 years lang ba taman. No, you can save forever, you can with not forever na love life ha, but I mean you can save money like you are like uh you are saving for an educational funds for a scholarship. So this will be uh, the best example to understand of how do you save money forever. So simple perpetuity is an annuity in which the payment interval equals to the conversion period. So the diagram below illustrates the time diagram for an ordinary perpetuity, which payment of size r at the end of each payment interval if the conversion period for the periodic interest rate is equal to the payment interval, then it is considered as the ordinary simple perpetuity. So, an annuity whose payments continue forever. Again, if we say perpetuity, the payments continue forever. Wala siya limit. Kung taman lang kadira, taman lang kadira. No, it is forever siya na mag-payment. So, with the payment interval equal to the conversion period and the payments made at the end of each interval. So, kung si general annuity ganina, kay dili equal ang iyahang payment in I mean yung payment interval o iyahang conversion period, here kay perpetuity here kay perpetuity is equal ang iyahang payment interval to the conversion period. So our formula here, we can denote that the following is R is equals to, or the size of payments is equals to initial principal amount multiplied by interest, or if we're looking to find the initial principal amount, we have size of payment divided by interest. So si perpetuity due naman, kung mayroong ordinary simple perpetuity, we also have perpetuity due. So ano ba si perpetuity due? An annuity whose payments continue forever with the interval equal to the conversion period. It's the same thing, but makikita natin later on kung ano ang difference ni ordinary simple perpetuity kay perpetuity due. So, same definition of the variables. The R is size of payments and the A sub P is the initial principal amount. So, we have the initial principal amount due is equals to initial principal plus the size of payments, or equals to R divided by interest plus R. So, to make it short, our formula is A sub P, or the initial principal amount, times 1 plus I to get the initial principal amount due. Kung mayroon tayong ordinary simple perpetuity and we also have perpetuity due, We also have general perpetuity, an annuity whose payment continue forever with the same definition, but makikita natin kung ano ang difference niya later on. I mean, uh, uh, hello? Okay, nibalik na ako kung ano, nawala jud akong tingo guys. Nagdaot lang ako ang mic. Okay, now let's proceed again. We have here our example 1. A donor wants to give 50,000 pesos a year forever to a scholarship fund. If the fund earns 5% annually, how much must be donated now? So kung si donor daw gusto siya muhatag og 50,000 a year forever lagi daw to a scholarship fund. So kung karon pila man dapat ang iyahang i-donate kaya para abot na siya og 50,000 a year forever, something like that. So here, if if we go back, because I think it's too messy, we will go back a little bit. So si simple or ordinary simple perpetuity is a perpetuity where the payment interval is the same as the interest conversion period, meaning the payments and compounding happen on the same schedule forever at the end of each interval. While here naman tayo kay perpetuity due, the first payment happens immediately. So that's the difference of perpetuity due and ordinary simple perpetuity. Because ordinary simple perpetuity is ang ingon niya din hiya kay at the end of each interval siya mag-deposit, while kay perpetuity due is the first payment happens immediately. Wala na siya ingon nga kanang pa-delay pero kay naa pa. While kay general annuity due, just like our general annuities earlier, we use F again, our converter interest one. So it kay general perpetuity is like when the payment interval and the compounding period is different. So na kay it is general perpetuity. Oh my god, taglag. Okay. Now let's proceed to our example 1. A donor wants to give 50,000 pesos a year forever to a scholarship fund. If the fund earns 5% annually, how much must be donated now? So again, the first step is to identify what is given. So we're given there 50,000 and our nominal rate is 5% and our our monthly conversion per year is annually. So we have 1 because annually means kaisa lang ka mag sa isa ka tuig. So we have 1. So 5% divided 1 is approximate to 0.05. Then since kay very naman kaayo siya like given all, then we will find the present value because we are asked how much must be donate now. Now man ihang giaso. We will use the present value. So we have A sub P or the present value. I mean, yeah, is equals to R divided by I or the interest. So we have 50,000 pesos divided by 0.05, a total of 1 million. So the donor needs to give 1 million pesos today so that today just the interest earned each year. So 50 no. The donor needs to give 1 million pesos today. And just the interest earned each year is 50,000 pesos. So will the fund scholarship forever. An endowment of 2 million earns 4% annually. What is the maximum yearly scholarship it can support forever? So since kay if we go back here, since kay ang ingon niya in five kung ano daw siya og kuan pag how much must be donated now kung ano na siya o 1 million pesos. So makaano jud siya maka-survive siya. It will fund the it will fund the scholarship forever because as we can see 5,000 lang iyang expected nga makaano pero na ang malikom niya is 1 million pesos. So if here na pod an endowment of 2 million pesos earns 4% annually, what is the maximum yearly scholarship it can support? So again, identify what is the given. We have the A sub P is equals to 2 million pesos and our nominal rate is 4%. Our M or the conversion period is 1 so it states that it is annually. So we have 4% divided by 1 is approximate to 0.4. Then we will find the periodic payment. We have R is equals to A sub P times interest. So we have 2 million pesos times 0.04, a total of 80 million per year. So this endowment can safely give away, oh, I think it's not 80 million. Let me check first. If, ano ba? Yeah, it should be 80,000. Sorry for the typo. It should be 80,000 per year. So if this endowment can safely give away 80,000 every year forever without the fund ever running out. So we have here the example number 3. A fund is to pay 10,000 pesos every quarter forever with the interest at 8% compounded quarterly. If our interest is equals to 2% per quarter, find the amount needed. So here na pod is ang amount na pod ato ang pangitaon. So we have here, yeah, identify what is given again. So we have R is equals to 10,000 pesos. The nominal rate is 8%. Our M is quarter, so 8 divided by 4, 8% divided by 4 is approximate to 0.02. Then we will find the quarterly perpetuity. We have 10,000 pesos divided by 0.02, a total of 500,000 pesos. So 500,000 pesos is invested today, earning 2% every quarter can pay out the 10,000 pesos every quarter forever. Now let's proceed to example number 4. An endowment supports 80,000 per year forever at 4% with the first payment made immediately. So as you can see, it states that it is the first payment made immediately. So it is the perpetuity due. So again, the first step is to identify what is given. We're given here the R, the 80,000 pesos. Our I or our interest is 4%. Since it states that with the first payment immediately, so 4% lang, wala man siya nag-state there nga compounded monthly ba siya. So, ana. So, our interest is 4%. So, find the quarterly perpetuity. So, our AP is equals to R divided by I, or our divided by interest. So, we have 80,000 80,000 pesos divided by 0.04. So, we have 2 million pesos. So, pangitaon na to kung pila jud ang iyang ano karon, iyang principal amount value or the due. So, we have AP, or the AP plus AP times 1 plus I. So we have, A sub B. Sorry for that. A sub B 1 plus I. So we have 2 million pesos times 1 plus 0.04. We have 2 million, 2 million pesos times 1.04. We have 2 million 80,000 pesos. So because the very first 80,000 pesos is paid out immediately instead of after waiting a year, the fund needs a little bit more today. So we have a little bit more today, a total of 2 million pesos 2 million pesos and 80,000, 2 million pesos 80,000 in 80,000 pesos instead of 2 million. Now let's proceed to example number 5. A university wants to set up a permanent scholarship fund that pays 20,000 every 3 years forever. Money is invested at 8% compounded quarterly. Find the present value needed. If we have two, we have first A, the first payment is made 3 years from now, which is the ordinary general annuity. Then D is the first payment is made today, which is the general perpetuity due. Again, identify what is given. We have R is equals to 20,000 pesos. Our nominal rate is 8%. Our time is 3 years. And our interest is 8% divided by 4 is approximate to 0.02. Then we will find the number of conversion per payment interval. We have 12 months because it states that it is 3 years. Tapos, ano pa din siya? Mm, 3 years. Money is invested 8% compounded quarterly. So we have 36 months because 3 times 12 is 36 divided by 3 payments. So we have 12 months. We have 12 months of payments. So we have here, find the effective rate per payment interval. So we will use that formula again, then substitute. We will have 1.02 raised to the power of 12 minus 1, a total of 0.268242. So we will find the ordinary for the A, which is we are asked to find the ordinary general perpetuity. We have R divided by F is equals to 20,000 pesos divided by 0.268242. We will use calculator. Then we get 74,561. And for the B, we are asked to find the general perpetuity due. So we have R divided by F times 1 plus F. So we will substitute the value. Since nakuha naman nato si R divided by F ganina, which is ang value niya is 74,561, we will plug that in. So 74,561 times 1 plus 0.268242, then we get 94,562. So notice that if the university waits for the first payment, they need about 74,561 today. But if the very first scholarship is handed out immediately, they need bit more of 94,562. Di ba murag layo kaayo, so Kung maghulat pa sila og ano, a little bit like 3 years more, gamay-gamay lang ilang kinahanglanon pa karon. Pero kung magbayad dayon sila right now, muna ilahang kwarta nga kinahanglanon karon because that first payment doesn't get to wait and grow with the interest. So to summary, let's wrap up everything. We learned today that ordinary general annuity is the payment at the end of interval using F in the place of I. While the general annuity due is the payment is at the beginning of interval. While the ordinary simple perpetuity is a fund that sustains R forever. While the perpetuity due is one extra period of interest since the first payment is immediate. While the general perpetuity and annuity whose payments continue forever with the payment interval equal to the conversion. So if you have any question, feel free uh, to chat there at the comments. And that's it for our topic for today. That's all for my presentation on general annuities and perpetuity. Thank you very much for your watching and listening. That's all. God bless.